Let me just start to share the sound as well. All right. Thank you to everyone that's joining for the session today. My name is Haikal, and I am the representative for Trinity College Dublin. For today's session, I would like to share a little bit of some insights and overview, and also the benefits of studying in Ireland. So hopefully by the end of this presentation, you guys will have any questions. Um, and let's just start with it. So first, I would like to share on our famous alumni from Trinity College Dublin, and they have contributed a lot in the world of science, world of literature, and also the world of entertainment. So before we go to Trinity, we would like to share a little bit on the experience for international students in Ireland. So here's a short video just to showcase what students can experience once you are in Ireland. I guess that would be like a sneak peek into your future if you decided to study in Ireland. And usually the distance from the region to get to Ireland is around 14 to 16 hours, depending on the routes. So there are two main routes. Usually, one would be a direct flight to London and taking a connecting flight to Dublin. Or the second route would be flying straight away to Middle East or Europe and taking the connecting flight to Dublin. Here are some of the famous locations which you guys can identify in famous movies. And as you can see, they were all shot in Ireland and also at Trinity College Dublin. All right, so here are some key facts about why you should study in Ireland. The first one would be a friendly, safe environment. With a population of 5 million people, they are small size country in terms of population, which is why they're very encouraging for international students to stay back after they finish their studies. And they are the only English-speaking country left in the European Union. It does have reputation where leading global companies all established in Ireland. It uses the currency euro and it does offer international students a post-study work visa, which I will explain further at a later slide. And just to expand on the global companies established in Ireland, Ireland, now known as a multinational hub, also has the nickname of the new Silicon Valley of Europe due to a lot of industries established there, providing a huge range of career opportunities for students by the time they finish their studies. And if you can see on the slide, this will be the range of the industries that are available in Ireland. And even 50% of the world's leading financial services firm, they're all established in Ireland. Okay, moving on from the country, we will narrow it down to the capital city, which is Dublin. And because this is where Trinity College Dublin is located at, And Dublin as a capital city is a young, friendly European capital. It is one of the safest cities in the world and one of the best student cities in the world. And due to the information I've shared at the previous slide, Dublin is also known as a global tech hub. Um, Dublin as a city, they have produced a lot of famous writers and literature content, which is why it's also known as a UNESCO City of Literature. It is very easy to navigate for students by using public transportation like buses or rail. And it's a gateway to continental Europe, and it's very rich with museums, theater, art, and music festivals. Okay, so here's another short video, but this one is just to showcase what have our alumni have achieved in their respective field.
Inspiration has lived here since 1592, and more than 400 years later, it's still going strong. Inspiration has helped burgeoning writers put pen to paper and given world leaders a head start. It has set the stage for budding playwrights and created characters that will never die. For countless actors who started here, inspiration has played a part. Work done in Trinity helped split the atom, battled cancer, and guided man's first giant leap. From here, we've inspired people around the world. But even with this proud history, we are firmly focused on the future. Today, we are making new discoveries and inspiring the next generation of history makers.
All right. Now, here's some key facts about Trinity at a glance. It was founded in 1592, making us the oldest university in Ireland. Up until now, we are still the number one university in Ireland. Based on QS World Ranking 2024, because we're still 2024, we at number 81. And for QS World Ranking 2025, we are at number 87. And we making us still the only Irish university in top 100 universities in the world. We have strong association in terms for research and academic excellence, which is why we're also part of the prestigious LERU. We are one of the most international universities in the world because our location, we are the heart of Dublin City Centre, which is like a target of diversity as a melting pot of love culture. Um, we're Ireland as a nation, Dublin as a capital is one of the most competitive economies in the world. And like I mentioned, they are very focused in developing students' technical skills in terms for job opportunities that they will get after they finish their studies. And we offer over 600 plus course options, which now will showcase an overview. In Trinity as an institution, we categorize our programs into three main faculties. The first one will be Faculty of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences. The second one will be Faculty of Health Sciences, and the third one will be Faculty of STEM subjects. So here's an overview of the structure of the programs that we offer in Trinity. The first one, we have a 1-year foundation program, and this is usually for students that are coming in from a local high school qualification. They will have the option to do a foundation program with us, and they have the choices of pathway A and pathway B. We offer a typical 4-year bachelor's program where students can do a single honors, majoring in one particular area, or they can combine and do a joint honors among the three main faculties. We have our 5-year professional programs. This is usually focusing on STEM subjects such as medicine, pharmacy, engineering. We have our 1-year taught postgraduate program together with 2 to 4 years research degrees, and this usually will be a postgraduate research or a PhD program. Moving on to the first spotlight of the structure earlier will be our International Foundation program. And as you can see, we offer two pathways. And for students that are in Myanmar, where if they have completed the local high school qualification, they will be required to do a foundation program with us. And if they're coming from international schools such as A levels or IB, for example, they can apply directly to our undergraduate. So here's a little bit of an overview of our IFP program. So this will be a 12 months program, and we have only one intake, which is September. And pathway A will focus more on the social sciences subjects, while pathway B will focus more on the STEM subjects. So let's just say that a student has completed pathway A within 12 months, they can progress to go to any of the bachelor's degree on this list. And if they have completed pathway B, they can progress to any of the undergraduate degrees right here, and that includes medicine. All right, moving on to our undergraduate programs. So as I mentioned in the previous slide, we in Trinity as an institution, we offer students the option to do like a single honors or a joint honors. So they can do major, minor, or double major. So students, as you can see on this list, you can actually opt for like computer science, for example, as a single honors. But if you want to do a double major, you can combine computer science with business studies, for example, and graduate with a double major, opening more job opportunities in the industry. So this would be some of the ways to differentiate us with UK universities because we allow a lot of major and minors. But here's a little bit of a disclaimer right here. Not all combinations are possible, so you can always double check with us. Okay, so here's one of our most recent collaborations, which is the dual BA program with Columbia University in New York. So how this works, students will do 2 years in Trinity and 2 years in Columbia. And by the time they finish all 4 years, they will graduate with two separate degree certificates from each university. So this is usually for those of you who are aiming for the stars. You not only want to graduate from the number one university in Ireland, but also an Ivy League university from the States. And here's a little bit of demonstration right here. As you can see the subjects in column, the light blue column. Let's take mathematics, for example. This will be what students will do for the first 2 years in Trinity. And by the time they move to Columbia in their third year, they can pick in any of the majors right here, and that includes computer science or economics. Okay. Right, so E3 is one of our focus when it comes to STEM subjects. And given the fact that I've mentioned that students in Trinity, they can do double major, but for STEM subjects, they will have the opportunity to do a multidisciplinary. So they can combine engineering to computer science and natural sciences modules, vice versa. So here's a demonstration on how engineering programs work in Trinity. The first 2 years, students will do only the general engineering subjects, while third year onwards, they can start choosing their specialization accordingly. They can either graduate within the 4 years, or they can do an additional one more year to do either a student exchange program or even an internship and graduate within the fifth year. Just to give you a little bit of an insight, engineering, 4 years engineering in Trinity, a B-Eng, is already equivalent to UK M-Eng, just to give you a bit of a heads up in that. And here are some of our science programs that we offer at Trinity. The more of the popular ones like biomedical sciences, chemical sciences, geography, and physical sciences. Now, going to one of the most competitive programs that we offer in Trinity would be undergraduate computer science. Students can have the option to do a single honors and also a joint honors with either business, economics, linguistics, and also geography. Aside from computer science, we also offer management science and information system studies. And most of our programs right here, we do offer a one semester internship as part of the final year project. Okay, in terms for undergraduate, medicine dentistry will be the most competitive programs that we offer in Trinity. And for students that are residing in the region, you will be required to submit your application through IUMC, which is the Irish University Medical Consortium. They so the system it is kind of similar to UCAS for UK University, but for IUMC students will have the option of four universities. So there's Trinity College Dublin, University College Dublin, University College Cork, and University of Galway that offer medicine. So all the application will be done through there. Um, for medicine, for international students, we have an international student quota. So every year we are aiming to get 25 to 30 places for international students. And for dentistry, we will offer from 8 to 12 places for international students yearly. And for our application to both of the programs, we do not require any aptitude tests. So UCAT or BMAT are not required in terms of submitting your application to medicine or dentistry. So besides those two major programs, we also offer pharmacy, occupational therapy, physiotherapy, nutrition dietetics, and all of our programs have association with clinical placements. So students will already get some working exposure even before they graduate. So just like any other university, we have association with other universities across the globe. So students can do their exchange program with any other universities in the Americas, other parts of Europe, Middle East, and also Asia. All right. Finally, now we're moving on to our final spotlight for the day will be our postgraduate programs. So, just to give you a heads up as well, what I'm showing in the presentation today are the highlighted ones that might be something of your interest, but we offer so much more on our university website. But yeah, so for the first one that we want to encourage students to apply to will be our STEM subjects at postgraduate level. We have a new program that is just developed called a climate adaptation engineering, where as you can see right here, the reason why Trinity is developing is because there's a huge job opportunities in Dublin at the moment with any students that are coming in from this background. And just in terms for engineering in general, we have four specific pathways to specialize in. And STEM subjects are highly in demand when it comes to job opportunities, and not only in Dublin, but the rest of Ireland as well. Another recent developed program will be Smart and Sustainable Cities, and this is usually for students that are coming from architecture background, civil engineering, or even urban planning. So this is also highly in demand when it comes to practical skills. So this is a good program for any of you who are interested to not just study in Ireland, but also work there. All right, so when it comes to School of Business at the postgraduate level, it is the most competitive school that we have in Trinity. And they also have their own admissions team independently. Which is why if you have any interest in applying to any of the programs right here, you can always submit. I will always advise early application. And although I did not put it on the slide, but we do offer MBA And our MBA program will require 3 to 5 years working experience. And we do require GRE or GMAT, which is an additional test to it. But the rest, that is not MBA, we do not require any GMAT or GRE. So it's pretty straightforward. But because of the competitiveness, I always advise for early application. So computer science, in Trinity, we do not offer any specialization at an undergraduate level. Our specialization will only take place at a postgraduate level. And as you can see, uh, computer science, we offer four specialization, that data science, future network system, augmented virtual reality, together with intelligent systems. And for students that are coming from digital marketing or multimedia, they can actually also do our interactive digital media program, which has also job opportunities as part of their final year project. We offer Masters of Education in Trinity, and this is usually for students that are coming from being a teacher, or also being an academic background. As you can see, we have tons of specialization to choose. And the reason why I want to promote this, encourage for this program is because this has the most affordable tuition fees. It is only 13,000 euros before scholarship. So this is the kind of program that is to amplify the knowledge that you have and open a job opportunity in Ireland as well. Here's some of other popular art and humanities program that we offer. We offer LLM for law students. For students who are interested in international relations, we have international politics and peace studies. We also offer one of the more popular ones these days. I can see an interest in digital humanities and culture, together with identities and cultures of Europe. So here's nursing programs that we offer at Trinity. And the reason why we're only offering at a postgraduate level, because nursing at an undergraduate level, they are not open for international students. So for students that are already practicing nurses in their respective city, they might be eligible for a master's pathway as you can see in any of those areas here. And nursing is a demanded profession in Ireland. So this is also another good pathway to get some job opportunities in Ireland. All right, so just like any other universities, we have tons of societies, sports clubs, and publications for students to join. We have a dedicated space for any students that are interested in starting their own business. And, sports centers, training rooms, theaters, galleries, there are tons of things to do on campus itself. Here's some accommodation options for Trinity. And as you can see, these are the on-campus accommodation. And we usually prioritize international students to stay on campus for your first year. Second year onwards, you can have the option to either reapply back to stay on campus, or you can stay off campus with your friends, because that would be more cost effective. Right. So if any students that have queries about migration, visa, accommodation, and insurance advice, we have a student engagement team to support any students that are going through those situation. We offer an app pickup service, but the schedule always going to be updated on our website. Um, One of the things I want to highlight here would be UniBuddy, which is a current platform on our website where potential students can speak to our current students just to get some insights and just to manage your expectation while being international student in Ireland, getting that kind of insights. Here are some support that we have on campus itself. So that there are three things I want to highlight here. We have support for disability services. We have a day nursery for postgraduate students. We also have a counseling support not only in academic but also mental health. All right. Just like any other universities, we have a career development center to support students preparing their CV and also for any interviews. Because a lot of our programs, we have internship opportunities. So we always want to prepare our students to be fully equipped to get those opportunities. And now I'm going to talk a little bit about the post-study work visa option to study in Ireland. So for any international students that holding an Irish residence permit, IRP, they will be eligible to work part-time for 20 hours per week and 40 hours during winter and summer break. And for any international students that have completed an undergraduate degree, by the time they finish the undergraduate degree, they will automatically will get a 1 year post-study work visa to stay back in Ireland. And for any students that have completed a master's program, they will get 2 years post-study work visa to stay back in Ireland to search for a job. So 95% of Trinity graduates are either in employment or further studies within 6 months. And according to study by the Irish Times, Trinity grads earn 30% more than other Irish grads within 5 years. Here's just like an illustration on why Dublin is the new Silicon Valley of Europe. So as you can see, Dublin as a city center and these are Trinity campuses, the main building together with our faculties in the heart of Dublin City Center, and this would be all the tech industries around the vicinity and also associated to our university. And as you can see, we will want to make sure that our students can get a job with any of the companies as you can see on this slide. So here's some general entry requirements. But for any further queries, you can always reach out to me. Foundation, we kind of look into pretty much like 80%, 70 to 80% for local high school. Undergraduate, it depends on the program that students are applying for. So we have a prerequisite subjects together with the overall score. And for postgraduate, we typically look at 2-1 degree. And in terms of calculation for GPA, we minimum looking at 3.2 for most of our programs. Although this is like the minimum entry requirement, but for more competitive programs such as the School of Business, for example, like management, I will always advise students to aim higher than 3.2. And for English language requirement, we accept IELTS, TOEFL, Pearson English Test, Cambridge, together with Duolingo. We also offer pre-sessional English, so it will be attached to your offer for students who don't necessarily meet our English entry requirement. And our pre-sessional English usually starts on like in May every year. Our application will start directly, apply directly on our university website. And for September 2025 for next year's intake, because we have only one intake every year, our application is already open for application since November 1st. And for most undergraduate programs, our deadline will be on June 30th. And for most postgraduate programs, will be on 31st of July. When I mention most, that will be applicable to all, but more competitive programs such as computer science, psychology, certain School of Business programs, I always advise students to, double check the early deadlines. Application, we require academic transcript, English results, personal statement with 2 recommendation letters. Um, we usually try to aim to get an update between 4 to 5 weeks. We have an application fee of 55 euros per application. And as I mentioned earlier, for any students who are interested in medicine or dentistry, they will have to submit the application through IUMC. Here's some overview of our tuition fees. Foundation for Pathway A will be somewhere around 16,000 euros, and for Pathway B will be around 18,000 euros. For undergraduate programs, the range will be from 20 to 28,000 euros per year, excluding medicine dentistry, where they will be around 48,000 euros per year. Postgraduate, from the range from 13 to 20, now it's at 26,000 euros per year. And here's a breakdown of the cost of living in Dublin in particular. As you can see, we give the range from 17 to 19,000 euros per year, and that is already inclusive, both accommodation and living expenses for 1 year. Here are some of the scholarships that we offer. Our scholarships is a separate application, and the range is from 2 to 5,000 euros to be deducted from the annual tuition fees. And these scholarships are applicable for from foundation to undergraduate to postgraduate. And for STEM subjects, we have more like a specific subject specific scholarship. And as you can see, the tree scholarship, usually for engineering, computer science, and even environmental sciences. All the scholarship students will only be eligible to apply once they are an offer holder. So the aim here is to get an offer as soon as possible to apply for these scholarships. And for any future queries, you can contact directly to admissions team for School of Business postgraduate because they're very highly competitive. So it's good as well to check with them directly for updates. For E3 STEM subjects, there will be my colleague Melanie. And for any admissions update will be from our admissions team, which is the academic registry. So I guess that's all from me. I hope that this has been helpful. And if you have any questions, please do ask.
Your presentation is really, really good, and we got a lot of information. So we are going to the next session. That is a question answer session. We are going to the question answer session. So ဟုတ်မေးချင်တဲ့မေးခွန်းလေးရှိရင်မြုပ်ဖွင့်ပြီးတော့လည်းမေးလို့ရလို့ဒီ Zoom ရဲ့ချက်ပေါက်မှာလည်းမေးလို့ရပါတယ်ဟုတ်မေးချင်တဲ့မေးခွန်းလေးရှိလားမသိဘူးเนาะ
ဟုတ်ကျွန်တော်တခုတော့မေးမလို့ဗျာဟုတ်
ဟုတ်မေးလို့ရပါတယ်ဟုတ်
Mr. Hashim I'm looking at master in computer science.
Mm-hmm.
So I just finished my undergraduate degree, but they are awarded from University of Sunderland. It is a top-up program. So it has all honors. So I believe it meet the minimum requirement of being level 8 to apply for master's degree. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. In terms for recognition, yes, we had students coming from UCL Sunderland before, and I understand it's a top-up qualification, but as long as it's like an honors degree with the GPA 3 point overall final GPA 3.2 and above. In terms for degree classification, like second upper, as long as you are a second upper, then I would definitely encourage for you to submit your application.
Right. Another question is like for recommendation letters, right? Because the course is conducted from like the education center, you know, in Myanmar, like Castro University, but the awarding body is from University of Sunderland. But we our like the course is conducted in Myanmar. So for recommendation letters, I can only like ask the recommendation letter from the education center. So is that acceptable?
Yeah, actually, either or should still be fine as long as this particular academic, like, right, if they are in Myanmar or if they are in Sunderland, as long as they can actually provide the content of a reference to support your application, it's fine. There's no restrictions based on where you conducted your studies. As long as your academic from Sunderland has assessed your performance before, so they know your capabilities. So yeah, that is still recognized, and I do encourage that. Yeah.
Because I just want to clarify because like the assessment is done by University of Sunderland. However, the professor and instructors are from Myanmar. So the recommendation letterhead will be not from University of Sunderland. That is what I want to clarify. So is that acceptable or not?
Yeah. I mean, we definitely understand in the sense of universities that have partnerships.
Right.
So we have assessed a dual qualification before. So for we understand from your academic transcript itself, yes, Sunderland as a qualification, but that will be for final year. But we're also going to assess as well your academic transcript when the years from the Myanmar qualification as well.
Actually,
So,
I done
mhm.
the previous 2 years as like H&D program, and then I top up.
Oh,
Yes,
oh, right, right. So you HND. Okay, right. So
right,
that's why yeah. So we will assess your HND.
right.
Yeah. So should not be an issue for that in terms of assessment. However, like may I know which area in computer science that you are interested in?
Uh, I'm looking at data science trend right now.
Data science. Okay, all right, okay. Data science is one of the most competitive ones, so the deadline is also pretty early compared to other streams like intelligent system or
Right,
feature network.
right.
Um, and that definitely could be a plan A, but
Right.
I do also could suggest some plan B too,
Yeah, yeah.
because
My plan B actually is for intelligent system.
okay, yeah, I mean that works. We just want students to at least have some options,
Right, right,
and from that, I just increase the odds even more.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I'm planning to like I already got my letter of recommendations from four of my professors, but I'm not sure because like they are from that letterhead is not from University of Sunderland, so I was hesitant to like apply because like, I'm not sure if the Trinity site will like assess me as from the University of Sunderland or not.
Yeah, but I guess before you submit your application, you can just share through expert education. You can share with me
Right,
um your updated CV together with your academic transcript. I'm gonna try to check with my faculty to
right.
see which program will be advisable for you to submit your application
Okay,
because we also have a 55 euros application fee and I don't want it to be wasted for the sake of trying. So let's
okay,
try to see on your eligibility first before submitting. So yeah.
okay. So I just talked with expert EBS and then or to you or
Yeah,
I
you
talk
can
to you
speak
directly.
to you can speak to EVS, and of course you can just contact me directly as well and CC them because my expert education will be the one that will be supporting your application to submit to us, preparing the right documentation and everything else. So yeah, you can um contact us directly and put all of us in one communication.
Okay, thank you very
Yeah,
much.
no worries. I'm seeing like there's inside the chat box here, some questions. So the first one are Edexcel IALS well approved in Ireland. I I'm not so sure what IALS mean. Is that like A levels at Excel? Because if it's A levels at Excel, like we do accept, unless it means something else. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, so as long as it's A levels, we don't actually only accept Cambridge A level, we also accept Edexcel. And for our university, it's still the same calculation, but we can assess 3 or 4 main subjects. So yes, Edexcel is recognized for A levels for undergraduate programs. Okay, so second question, so I want to apply computer science. I want to know that so we do accept the OSSD. And that will fall more under, let me just double confirm here. We do accept, and usually when it comes to computer science, it's going to be something quite more specific, subject specific, especially at mathematics. But let me just see, the total overall that we want is usually around like 80% of the final score. Uh, yeah, no, 85%. If 85% for the final score in terms for average. So it is recognized. But for computer science again, um, because it's highly competitive, a lot of students are no, it's recognized. It's recognized. So I do encourage you can all apply either computer science single honors or joint honors. So yes. 85% is the aim for OSD. Okay, so third question. My question is considered most engineering master's program in Ireland, including those at Trinity, typically have duration 1 year. Do you believe this time frame? Yes. So you expressing like a little bit of concern whether 1 year is easy enough to complete everything. I would say yes. Because both Ireland and the UK, their master's program are only 1 year and it's highly recognized worldwide. And the good thing is the fact that just a 1 year master's, in terms for financial investment, you are studying for 1 year for studying, but you straight away automatically will get 2 years. So to stay back with a post-study work visa. So I do think that it is still worth the investment because you not just want to focus to get a master's degree these days, but also job opportunities. So 1 year master's is sufficient enough. And trust me, I personally myself have done that, and if I could do that, anyone could do it. It's actually manageable. Yeah, yeah. So can I apply with OSD? Yes, you can. You can apply with OSSD. Yeah. So those are the questions that are in the chat box, and okay. So there's new. Can I join undergraduate program commissar without attending foundation? I am attending third year. So the thing is, because if you are doing before you started your undergraduate degree program, your high school was the local high school. If it's for local high school, you will need to do our foundation. But the thing is, it's possible to see. Okay, so you are in your third year. I'm attending third year IT subject. Okay, all right. So perhaps we can have a conversation. You can share your academic transcript. And this is something that you need to request from your current university, like a course syllabus. So our admissions team can do a possible assessment to see like what are the relevant subjects that you have done and the possibility for credit transfer. Just to give all of you here in the session a heads up, um, Trinity offers credit transfer. We do provide, it's called the advanced entry. But so far, I have yet to see a successful case where students can start in their second year. Usually, the best case scenario is still the first year, but I think it's still fine to just try and share your academic transcript. Okay. Hello, sir. I would like to know if undergraduate program for commerce for our university is BSc, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just double confirm. I might be wrong. So for our computer science, we have two versions. So bachelor's for computer science is considered as a Bachelor of Arts. And if you're gonna do additional one more year, that would be professional level, the fifth year. It's gonna be a master's in computer science, MSc. So the thing is, in Trinity, we classify even our STEM subjects as Bachelor BA. It's nothing to do with either BSc or anything like that. It's just that in our university, the concept is more like BA. And it's kind of similar to Oxford and Cambridge, where all of the STEM subjects also is Bachelor of Arts instead of a BSc. So we kind of have the same kind of concept. So BSc or BA in our university does not make a difference. So I just finished the HND diploma from Pearson. Can I skip foundation directly? We can try to give it a try to see. And before your HND, you did your local high school qualification, I'm assuming. But you can correct me if I'm wrong. And but the thing is, let's just try to get your HND transcript as well, just to see on which pathway will be good for you. Okay, so I have just finished my IGCSE. So is it possible for me to join a foundation? Yes. Yes. Can I know what will be your potential undergraduate degree? Because if it's gonna be for medicine or dentistry, you will need to have at least A levels, AS level. Okay, so engineering is fine. Engineering, you could just like join in with your year 11, the IGCSE, and that will be pathway B. And usually the minimum will be 5 Bs, and we're definitely looking at mathematics. But yes, so for pathway B, after your IGCSE, you are required to score minimum 5 Bs. Uh, yes, and then you can progress to go to engineering after your 1 year foundation pathway B with us. Okay, hello. I want to apply for undergraduate program. So I've already done my GCSE and foundation. Um, yeah, so I need to check on your NCC level 3 um, to see on the recognition. Um, but if it's not, then foundation it is. Uh, yeah, but we can still check on your NCC International Foundation qualification. So I consider a lot of questions here are right now it's more on clarifying on whether what you currently have and determining which pathway you want to apply to if you want to study with us. So the ones that are interested, you can always reach out to us directly. Oh, right. So wait, that's another question. If I got one grade C and three grade B and one grade grade C and three grade B and one grade in IGCSE, can I apply to bachelor's program? Um, So sorry, is it like, are you already completing your A levels or something? Or are you ex sharing with me your IGCSE grades? Right, so IGCSE have to go through foundation unless you want to complete your A levels in Myanmar. If you can complete your A levels in Myanmar, after you can just apply directly using your A levels. But if you're just completing IGCSE, oh, I have finished both. Yes. So given the fact you have OSSD, you will be eligible to apply directly to our undergraduate program instead of foundation because OSSD is recognized for our UG programs.
။ဟိုမေးချင်တဲ့မေးခွန်းလေးများရှိသေးလားမသိဘူးเนาะမေးချင်တဲ့မေးခွန်းလေးရှိရင်မေးလို့ရပါတယ်ဟုတ်နောက်ထပ်မေးခွန်းတစ်ခုတော့လက်ခံပြပါမယ်မေးချင်တဲ့မေးခွန်းလေးရှိလားမသိဘူးเนาะ
I got almost all subject with above 85%. Yeah. Can I know what program again are you interested in applying to? Computer science. Right, so the interesting part is right, okay. The interesting part is the because your highest qualification is OSSD, so that will be more carrying weight instead of your IGCSE. What have you achieved in your IGCSE does not really count as much compared to what you have achieved in OSSD. And given the fact that you got 85% above, is definitely meeting our entry requirement for OSSD. So yeah, that should be fine. How many academic years for BA Computer Science? 4 years. And students can do either the whole 4 years computer science or they can do computer science joint honors. But mo all of our undergraduate degree is 4 years. to know about master's program in operation. In operation, which operation do you mean? Is it like supply chain operation, like logistic operation, or like yeah, what kind of operation do you have in mind, Roxy? Supply chain, yeah. Yes, so we do have that. It's called the supply chain. Um, check here. Yeah, operations and supply chain management. Supply chain link program for masters. Um, okay, so another question. If I hold an honors degree and my friend has a non-honors stream, can my friend join a master's program in engineering directly or would they need? So the thing is, we do not offer any pre-master's program at Trinity. Um, but we do want to have more diversity for our engineering program. So it's possible. So we can always double check on a qualification. We might have like a probably like a postgraduate diploma, but depends as well because we also could consider some relevant working experience. Yeah, so we can see. Yeah, we can always double check, but we don't have pre-masters in Trinity. A-level courses in Myanmar is quite long, correct? So I can apply papers management certificate, which is the first part of full A-level course. Yes. So this is like the AS certificate, right? Yes, you can apply as long as you don't complete A2, like the final A levels year, the second year, you will still be eligible to apply for our fund. Oh no. Yeah, so no, we cannot we only can accept AS for a foundation. You have to complete your A2 if you want to apply directly to our undergraduate program. Which is this is also to students who are completing IGCSE. If you have completed AS, you can still apply for a foundation. But if you have already completed the final year for A levels, you are no longer eligible to apply for our foundation program. And our foundation program is also for it's not an alternative route. So for students, for example, let's say like for IB, the National Baccalaureate, they did not get the IB required score. They cannot redo our foundation program to enter Trinity. So something to think about, I guess. Can you believe whether I'm able to choose this program or not? Yeah, you can do that with the support from expert education as well. Yeah.
ဟုတ်နောက်ထပ်မေးချင်တဲ့မေးခွန်းလေးများရှိသေးလားမသိဘူးเนาะဟုတ်ကဲ့နောက်ထပ်မေးချင်တဲ့မေးခွန်းလေးများရှိသေးလားမသိဘူးဟုတ်
Oh, okay. Hi, I have a postgraduate diploma from teaching with English medium and I have the science without IELTS certificate. Yes, so usually the possibility for master's program, there's always the English language requirement, and not just necessarily for academic, but also for visa application later. Um, so because we categorize students based on uh country of residence and also based on where you get your qualification from, right? So usually for students coming from the region, we still will require an English test. But the good thing is We accept, besides IELTS, we accept IELTS. We also accept TOEFL, Pearson English Test. We also accept Duolingo. So anything that is convenient for you guys. Coming back to this question, and I have 4+ years. Um, it's possible to check your eligibility for the computer science program before submitting the application, but there's a big possibility that you might uh instead of computer science, maybe like IT or even computer engineering. Yeah, be a possibility. What is the minimum target score for IELTS? For most of our postgraduate programs, it's around 6.5 overall score with no component below 6.0. So, yeah, usually that would be the entry requirement for English, but for more competitive programs, if you can aim up to 7, that would be good too. But most of the programs, as long as it's not, no component cannot be below 6.5. How 6.0, I mean. But the thing is, we also offer pre-sessional English. So the ones that do not necessarily meet the entry requirement can do our pre-sessional English in May.
ဟုတ်ကဲ့နောက်ထပ်မေးချင်တဲ့မေးခွန်းလေးများရှိသေးလားမသိဘူးเนาะဟုတ်တကယ်လို့မေးချင်တဲ့မေးခွန်းလေးရှိရင်ကျွန်တော်ဒီထဲမှာကျွန်တော်တို့ရဲ့ရန်ကုန် office ရဲ့ဖုန်းနံပါတ်နဲ့ Monday office ရဲ့ဖုန်းနံပါတ်တွေထည့်ပေးထားပါတယ်ဒါကျွန်တော်တို့ရဲ့ education counselor ရဲ့ဖုန်းနံပါတ်ပါဒီဖုန်းနံပါတ်တွေကိုဆက်သွယ်ပြီးတော့သိချင်တဲ့မေးခွန်းလေးအကုန်လုံးမေးလို့ရပါတယ်ဟုတ်ဒီဖုန်းနံပါတ်လေးလည်းမှတ်ထားလို့ရပါတယ်ဟုတ် Your presentation and your answer to the question is very very good and we got a lot of questions so now we are going to the final session of the webinar end so we are making the webinar end so if we have time we'll meet again
Yes.
thank you for your today attending the webinar
Thank you so much for having me and looking forward to working closely with all of you. And who knows, maybe I could visit Myanmar as well.
if you visit to the Myanmar so let's meet our session so
Yes, definitely. That'll be fun. So thank you so much, everybody. Hope
thank
this
you
helped. Anything, do just reach out to Expert Education together with me directly. Thank you.
thank you
Thank you very much.